George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
George, we have to move my closing up. I have to be able to close tomorrow. I found out I'm just flying out of town. I'm going to be out of the country. I'm going to be in Timbuktu. There's no FedEx, there's no UPS, there's no notaries, there's no nothing. My whole closing is going to fall apart if I don't sign today. Is the deal dead? Nope, it's not. But let's talk about that in thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson, and we're going to just have a real short video here on what is a power of attorney, or a POA. A lot of times servicemen, before they go into an active duty or a deployment or something like that, I have a son that's in the Army, active duty, and they will have general powers of attorney that will be signed over to a family member, a spouse, or what have you, so that they can conduct general business for that. That is not acceptable for a real estate transaction. A real estate transaction requires that we have what's called a specific power of attorney. And the title company that is closing that loan, they would prepare that specific power of attorney. They would send it to the lender, and then the lender, we're going to take that and send that to our closing department, and sometimes it's just a closer. We'll review it, make sure it's okay. Sometimes it might need to be reviewed by an attorney, but it's a pretty standard format for it, but it's specific for that real estate transaction. Now, prior to the person leaving who's got the POA, most companies, most mortgage lenders are going to require that we have at least a wet signature or at least electronic signatures on the initial loan application, what's called the 1003. So we're going to have an original signed 1003 on there. All the other disclosures could be done electronically, and then whoever has that specific power of attorney delegated to them, they would go into the title company, they would represent the person who's out of town with that specific power of attorney, and then they can sign and execute all of the closing documents. So that can be done that way. Now it's a lot of extra work because you have to sign your name, power of attorney, representative for, the person that you're signing for. So you're signing and you're signing. So every single document has to be signed twice. But a little bit extra work, but it's not necessarily a deal killer. You just need to know and recognize that there's times when a power of attorney is a good thing, and as long as you have at least a one-day notice on something, you can work around it. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for coming into thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson. You can push button, subscribe, and get Mortgage Professional, and I'd love to help you with any questions that you have. Have a great day.